Yeah, dear all, hi. So this is the third chapter, comparing a globe and a map. Okay. So let me tell you the difference between a 2D and what is a 3D. So if you look at this image, so this is the difference between these two images. Now what I'm showing right now, the one which is revolving is a globe, which is spherical, which is a 3D per se. And but what we say on paper is a 2D image, which is a 2D map. Okay. Now let us do a small experiment where we try to fit in a globe. The one that you see in this person's hand is a round globe, which let us try to tear it off and look whether it fits into a perfect rectangle. Now, if you see, the person has completely torn off the globe, but he's trying to fit in as much as possible. He's trying to tear, so he's trying to elongate, expand the whole globe, but it is impossible for us to fit a globe into a perfect rectangular map. So then, what the biggest question that comes into place is, how do they do it? How is a globe transformed into a big rectangular map? So this problem is solved by this method called projection. Now what we do here is we take a similar cylinder, fit it onto the sphere, and we try to project every point on the globe into the cylinder, and that's how you get the rectangular map. So there are different kinds of maps which have evolved over centuries. So now if you see these images which are projected onto the screen are different maps that different sailors, different scientists had come up. But which is the right map? That is the biggest problem. Now, something that has been universally accepted, though there are so many kinds of maps, one thing that has been universally accepted is one map, which is called the Mercator map. Now, talking about the Mercator map, you see as this in your classrooms and this as in your Google Maps. Now, what is the difference? So let us take one example, the country of Brazil, and let us see whether it fits exactly at the globe. Yes, it does fit because it's on the equator. Now, why this map has been universally accepted? The reason is, if you look at the longitudes and latitudes, which are not equal, which you would have learned in the previous chapter, have been equally separated at 90 degrees and then placed on the map. That's how the sizes and the lengths are almost equivalent, and you're able to understand it. Now, going a bit, taking another example, let us take the city of Greenland and Africa. Now, Greenland and Africa are something that looks similar on the map, but in real life, Greenland is 14 times smaller than Africa. So, this is the biggest problem. Now, how do we verify this? Let's do one thing. Let us draw small circles around the globe at equivalent radius. Now, when we put it on the map, this is how it looks. The ones which are around the equators are the smaller ones, and the same circles which are at the same radius become bigger around the poles. Now, this is the difference between a globe and a map. Thank you and have a nice day. Study well.